Hello and welcome to the second season of Table Talk Tuesday. Oh my goodness, everyone, I can't believe we're here again. So I want to welcome you all in. Grab your pen, your paper, your girlfriends, because tonight is going to be all we got a great topic to talk about. Hopefully, our guests will come join us as we are moving on to the show. Hopefully, they will be joining us within the show. Before I go any further, I hope you all are staying warm and taking care of yourself with all the snow. It's crazy. But first and foremost, again, welcome to Table Talk Tuesday, where empowerment happens at the table. Oh my goodness. My name is Pamela Stone, and I'm your Chief Empowerment Officer of Vision Made Media and host of She Shift. So let me join everybody to the stage. Okay. I cannot add any. If you, those of you who are trying to come on stage, I need to let you know I'm not able to add you to the stage, but I will keep going. So today's conversation, this is why I wanted to talk about this, and this is why I wanted us. I think it's important. I'm going to Table Talk Tuesday. It's going to start pivoting, and it's going to come on, and it's going to take on its own animal. Hello, Deshawn. Thank you for joining me.
Hello. Sorry
I,
about my little tardiness. I was having like connection issues, but
no
glad to
worries.
join. Hello. Happy New Year.
Yes, yes. So let me finish up here just telling everybody what's going on today's show so they know what to expect. I asked everybody, look, I already ate my snack, so I can't say go get a snack, but everybody else go get your snack, your pen and paper, and join us. But you guys, today's conversation, we're going to talk about cervical cancer and the impact it continues to have on us African American women. Why we did this? Well, because it's Cervical Cancer Awareness Month, and this conversation is so necessary. I go any further, I also want to give homage to our amazing Deborah Ripley, who was at the table member, who was a cervical cancer survivor. So this is all in to salute her, but also this is to pay homage to her. So today is all about awareness and empowerment. I think we need to start doing that because I want you to know we're here to help you to protect your health. Is part of protecting your health is also part of protecting and preparing for your what's next. So wherever you're watching that, so wherever you're listening at, I invite you to lean in because your life matters, your health matters, and this conversation matters. So let's get to talking. I reason why I wanted us again to talk about again cancer, cervical cancer, because we don't hear it as much as we hear it as breast cancer, right? We don't hear it as much as we hear breast cancer and the other cancer. So I thought this one was, and again, to give homage to Deborah. But I wanted to drop some. Everybody's like, well, drop some nuggets on me. So I got some nuggets for y'all. Let me tell you, I was in awe about this. But first and foremost, the nuggets I want to drop on you first and foremost, did you know in the United States every year 13,000 women are diagnosed with cervical cancer?
Mhm.
13,000, you guys. And out of 13,000 of them, 4,000 unsadly has passed away because of this. So what a good way to bring the impact, as well as an organization that has survivors. Hopefully we'll get to hear some stories from the survivors who has gone through cancer, so you, especially cervical cancer, so you can hear their journey, where they're at, and how did it impact them. But I thought that was important. Out of that 30,000, did you know 50 to 75% are African American women? That's big. And I felt that we needed to talk about it because so many women, how many of us, we push our health to the side, and we need not to. We need to start talking about it. And I've seen so many people that are actually doing a team. They sometimes will take do the team thing, they'll go together. But understand the cervical cancer is one of the most they said the most preventative cancers that can be detected and can be stopped out of all the cancers. Cervical cancer. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I think I want to add, I didn't know if I wanted to be transparent or not. But I think, and thank you, Pam, again, for allowing this to be discussed. And I think that when you talk about cervical cancer, it's directly related to the HPV
Mhm.
virus. And it's a viral. And there's a certain age, believe in the younger people. Like I said, we're not, we don't have a medical expert, but these are kind of the basic facts. And then I had that diagnosis at a late age. I had no idea what that was. And
Mhm.
what it is it could come as a virus, and I believe it's sexually transmitted, that you can get way back when you're in your teens, and it just becomes active in your body at a certain point. And when you're in your 30s and 40s and 50s, there's really nothing they can do. So you might have heard, they really push that HPV virus in the young people because it can be, they give them shots prior to really their vaccinations that they give the younger generation in terms of preventative. But when you get a certain age in your 30s, that's not the case. And at that point, that's when you have screenings, annually or every 2 years, that you can go and get those screenings just to see if it's active in your body. But there's really nothing you can do except, and I think when you talk about awareness month, it's like, first of all, even understanding what it is. And then, the importance of the screening, like I just described, and just staying on top of that. So I think, yeah, you're right. Black, African American women, they have, there's those barriers, and it could be just like I mentioned, the knowledge of it. What is HPV? Um, healthcare coverage could be a component of that. And it's really, when I saw this in terms of trust and healthcare providers, like Pam mentioned, we have African American survivors that we honor through our fashion show, and then we have a support group. A lot of their feedback was the trust in the doctor, maybe them getting not information or maybe being treated differently. And, this is some of the feedback that we've heard coming from African American women. And then the workplace flexibility, meaning time off, the help and support that they have to provide, family obligations, and transportation. So these could be all barriers to that rate in terms of prevention and getting the treatment. So, yeah. So I wanted to add that. Thank you so much. I thought that was important. And again, I, you know, it's nothing really to, because it's like, man, this could have, you could have been, that could have been something you could have gotten way back. It could be 15, 20 years. So I think when you talk about health and wellness and, keeping that stress down and, making sure maintaining that diet and getting that exercise all, makes a contribution to that, because there is no medicine.
What I do like about, and you're so right, but one thing I do want to touch base on, because of the obstacle for those women that prevents them to go getting that care. And you're absolutely right. And the one reason why I know that is in my prior in my prior life, we'll say, I worked for a nonprofit that dealt with trying to break down those barriers. So one barrier that they did create was transportation. So note that check with your primary care, or where you go get where you do get tested, to see if they are providing some type of where they are providing some type of help for you so that obstacle can be overcome. Again, we did work on those trying to work on the barriers, because that was one of the reasons. And you're absolutely right, Deshaun. That was one of the reasons that that the numbers were so high in the African American community for not seeking care, was because of, one, there was a long wait. Two, there was not easy access. Three, there was also the lack of knowledge. So with that being said, we want
Absolutely.
everyone to understand. I understand that there's some things that cannot be prevented, but we also are here to make you aware of. Call, ask, see if someone can help you with that barrier that you're facing. Insurances, talk to them, talk to your insurance carrier, let them know what you are, that you're advocating for you. I need you to understand this. So many people won't advocate for themselves. That is another barrier, because people won't advocate for themselves because of the fear of the unknown, and fear of the obstacle of so much coming at them. So here's what I'm saying to you is, for this awareness, create you a community that can support you and make that awareness to bring down that barrier, so you can so you can create it more, be it more obtainable for you, can so you can receive the treatment, as well as the care. And again, and everyone's like, well, I that sounds good, but Miss Pam, I need some resources. Well, let me say this: at the table has an amazing, they're one of many resources that you all should check out. But at the table does have has a cancer survivor team, ladies on here, and they are amazing at what they do. There's ladies that are part of the support group, and Deshaun, you can talk about this, because support is
Sure.
important.
Sure.
Sisterhood is so important when you are
Sure.
faced with this. So tell everybody a little bit about those about your support group and what it entails.
Sure, sure. So, with our at the table, we were incorporated here in Central Ohio in 2017. Co-founder Denise Pittman, and our this organization is dedicated to the supporting and empowering of of women's cancer survivors, with a focus on African American and women. And we also, as importantly, we mentor young girls through our Thrive mentorship program. We've been at Mifflin High School. Mrs. Sherry Young runs that program, and it's a phenomenal program. And we're within the schools with the program. And right now, as mentioned, we have been at Mifflin High School. We also have a Denise Pittman Scholarship Program that is was founded after the co-founder, who is a 14-year survivor this year. And that scholarship, the Denise Pittman Scholarship, it gives financial support to females 26 and younger that are affected by cancer, that are attending a university or trade school. And basically, what we talked about women cancer survivors, and we're focused on African American women through the support group that we are so proud of. That support group basically is all about empowerment and support. One, having a safe place to come and network with other women that have various, they all have their own stories, and it's such an empowerment piece of the healing and the journey of survivorship. We if there is a young woman that's recently diagnosed and they want to just have someone to listen, we've gotten referrals where we have ladies that just call, and they don't, there's such an emotional, trying to emotionally digest that because that's life changing at that initial point. So what we do, we listen, we pray, and we've just partnered with a young lady that Miss Carla Hicks, that it's important to put together a list when they're when they're first, when they're going to the doctor, because right now, they go to the doctor and they're just, they're trying to process what has been told, and then there's treatments and there's doctors, and so we provide them a list of a checklist of what to expect, what questions to ask, and if need be, we will go with them. And additionally, offer the services that we provide, and any type of treatments. We work with other partners such as cancer support community, and we provide those services of things that we, treatment that we don't do. We have fun. The ladies have fun. It's all about coming in love. They meet once a month, the third Saturday of each month from 11 to noon. And sometimes it's just getting on a Zoom call, having those conversations, educational workshops. We're going to be hosting our first annual Women's Wellness Conference during the Mother's Day weekend, which I'll get into that, in partnership with Dr. Deepa and Miss Tanya Kelly, who is a survivor. She has a phenomenal story, very unique. Her advocacy with the ostomy bag, and the work that she does to bring awareness to what's not talked about. And it's a direct correlation, and how that relates to cancer. Talking to the young people about that, but I don't want to get off topic. I'll wait until we talk about that event. But yeah, the support group, we like to have fun. It's all about mental wellness, walking, going out and, just maybe movie night, going. And then we also have the women's our annual walk. I don't want to try to take, I know we only got 30 minutes, so I'm trying to get everything in, but it's such a phenomenal opportunity for women survivors. We don't want to just focus on, the disease, or, it's all about the empowerment during the survivorship. They came out, they're surviving. In addition to that, we have the fashion show, the annual fashion, our signature fashion show fundraiser, which that gives them an opportunity to walk the runway, show their resilience, and it's been a phenomenal platform. That after listening to the stories, it's like, man, we want to let them get their stories out there. We want to celebrate them. And I'm so excited about this year, and we'll get into that as well. So with that, that's the support group. That's what we, that we're so proud of. We have some awesome partners that we work with, and it's an open group. So we we're looking forward to more impact, more empowerment. We give them an opportunity to be an advocate, come back, volunteer, do the work. If it's a panel that they need to be in the community, and a lot of, it's about putting their stories out there, to letting them know that you'll be surprised of women that are going through having a cancer diagnosis and just being by themselves. All the situations are different. So the women, we're so excited this year. We're going to, we're going to give them a platform to tell their story. The fashion show is in September, but we're going to be doing much more than that, and getting their stories out there, letting them know that you're not alone, prevention and support and empowerment. So I think I said enough about the support group, but I'm just so excited and so passionate about it, because, it's so important now. Like, there's a lot, and, we can say that there's a lot of things going on right now, but the thing is that your impact is connected. You as an individual, all of us, we are, there's other people attached to our assignment. And as long as we're breathing, we have an assignment. We have one. And so it's like, do we sit around and listen to what's going on and be scared and
Mhm.
fearful that causes health issues? Or do we say, you know what, there's an assignment and I'm going to be the good in this? So that's why I
Absolutely.
get excited. That's why, um, that we do the work we do, and it's not me, it's a team, and they are amazing. And I'm so humbled and appreciative of the commitment that comes from just so many other volunteers and staff.
Yeah, you guys have to now. Let me look because I want to give Deshawn time to talk about what's going on. But real quick, as you have heard her talk about at the table, there's other resources I wanted you to note. I have them down here below. One is the National Cervical Cancer Coalition. You guys can go on. You can go out there and find them on the internet. But they are a nonprofit. They focus on education, prevention, advocacy, and support. So if you're looking for other resources besides at the table, that is one. And the second one, or third one, should I say, is cancer care. Them you can call them at 1-800-813 HOPE or 1-800-813-4673. And what they do is they have free online support groups. In case, look, you hear what at the table is doing, but in case they are not able to be reached at that time, they do have online, which I really love, online support groups, social workers, peer support, and so much more. So if those are, as you see, you'll see them scrolling down at the bottom. Two of the resources that I thought that would be very helpful to those who are needing it. If you don't have the pen and paper, don't worry about it. The show notes will be in the show notes, which then you will be able to obtain those. Today is Tuesday, so you'll be able to obtain today's show on Thursday on many podcast platforms. As we move into, believe it or not, our show is almost over. It's going by so fast. Let's talk
Yes.
about what is going on with At
Y'all
the
ready?
Table.
You
You
guys
ready?
ready? All right, because you're gonna be
Okay.
seeing it now. So first of all, if you're not on, if you don't, you got to like the At the Table page on Facebook. At the Table page on Facebook. We are also on Instagram at the Table Rocks. So and then our website, www. I don't know if you had that across the screen, but www.attrinc.org. That website is going to be a platform where you're going to be able to go and see our calendar, and we're going to have everything that we're doing listed there, contact information, and how do you get involved. So the website, Facebook, and of course, if you want to like my page, Deshawn Johnson, I'm on Facebook as well. But that's where you'll be able to get a lot of the information that we're doing and contact. So I talked about the fashion show. We are hosting our 9th annual fashion show this year on Sunday, September 27th. So save the date. We do have a flyer. Save the date. We'll be putting that out. And this year's theme is Still I Rise, a cancer survivor fashion experience. We are excited this year to have international spotlight that's going to be directing the fashion show, Miss Patrice Morris. I'm so excited to have her come on board. His Image, Events of Distinction, Terry Hearn. If she's been involved in some awesome events. So that's kind of like our team for the fashion show this year, and very excited, very excited. The casting calls, the model casting calls, and we're looking for women that are surviving any type of cancers. It it's a mixture. It's just not African American. It's a diversity of women. And those casting calls are going to be scheduled. Those casting calls are scheduled for March 14th and 15th. And there'll be more information on the sites and all the mediums that I just told you about. That all those details will be there. So we're excited about the model casting calls in March. Then in May, which I touched a little bit about it, we are partnering with Dr. Deepa, who is a breast surgeon and a breast cancer survivor. She's awesome. We are going to put on our first women's wellness conference, hold that date for March 9th. I mean, I'm sorry, May 9th. May 9th, and that is Mother's Day weekend. So it's kind of like a mother daughter event. And there will be no charge for survivors. There will be a small fee for non survivors. And we are asking that the youth, like as young as 10. The focus is going to talk about prevention, breast cancer, and the importance of family genetics. We do have a young person that's going to be talking to the girls. There'll be a craft, and also Tanya Kelly will be featured. So there will be much more information about that. Just put a mark there. Make sure you go to those mediums so you can get more details about the events. And then, of course, I mentioned the fashion show. We'll do our annual survivor walk. We we kind of go with the Coleman walk, and we just get out there, we get our shirts, and we are walking um, for our annual breast cancer survivor, or our annual survivor walk. And I think that's about it. I think I covered, the casting calls coming up in March, the May event, and the support group information. Our scholarship, the Denise Pittman Scholarship, will be opening up March 30th. March 30th, that scholarship will be, and why do I want to think that March, believe it is, I want to say March 15th. There's been so much going on, but March, mid-March or the end of March, it's going to be all on our website. But that scholarship is getting ready to open. And for those young people, ages 26 and under, women that I've identified that have been affected by cancer, it's an awesome opportunity to take advantage of the scholarship. We're partnering with I Know I Can, the Columbus Foundation, and just very proud of that. So I think I've covered what's going on. What's important for those that want to get involved and volunteer, we always need volunteers. And again, you can go to the website and there will be information on volunteering as well. So a lot's going on. Get involved. We're excited, and we are looking forward to just an amazing year with the work, and just so thankful that we are able to do the work and partner and get the support and services out to those that we serve.
Oh, thank you, Deshawn. This was so informative and impactful. This was so much fun. Oh, you know what? We do have some comments here. Look, let me not. It would be not right to give me shout out.
I feel like I was just talking, no, and I wouldn't stop.
But it was needed. And it's so, and look, it's been a year. It's been what, since October, since we've last met. There's a lot that they need to catch up on.
Absolutely.
So this was so much fun. I have a Dr. Smith, Maja Smith. She said, "Good evening." We have Dupree. They had I tried to bring Dupree on, just letting
someone. Oh yes, I wanted to mention.
Mr. Sean. Hi, Miss.
Hi, hello.
How are you? Sorry, I have a stuffy nose, so I'm over here muted.
I'm gonna let Can Dupree introduce herself. I am so happy. She's working directly with our group, and she's amazing. And you go ahead and tell what you're gonna be doing.
Don't mind me. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. My name is Dupree. I'm with Royal Productions LLC. I will be helping with just making sure everyone stays on track with registering for a whole lot of stuff. I also am looking to do a calendar that tells everyone's stories. So everyone gets a month, but it'll be a calendar for every like the 12 months of the year. So everybody will have a different month, and it will tell their story, like a brief highlight of what they're going through, and it will also have the events in it. So it will have a lot of information for people to keep. The calendars, we could make them digital and we could do the printouts. So I just want to be able to tell somebody, I just want to be able to tell the story, and let people know that they're not alone. They can actually open their mouth,
Yeah.
So we have a lot going on. I do want to do interviews. So everyone could tell their story,
Yeah.
Everyone could be comfortable. I want to see everybody in their natural state. So I want to try to do this on one of our outings.
Yes.
So when we go out, I'll be bringing my camera because, again, I'm a photographer. So I'll be bringing my own camera and we'll get these videos so we can get people's stories told, heard. And then once we get it on the website, they'll have access to all of that.
Awesome.
That is going to be so great.
Yes.
I hope
Thank
you
you.
feel better.
I
Bless
hope you feel better too. I
Thank
No,
you.
do.
that was a trooper to come on here
Thank
not feeling
you.
good.
Thank you.
So I
Thank
so
you for
Listen,
appreciate it.
joining.
listen, for Miss Deshawn, I will, okay? I'm
Oh,
like, let me jump in here
I
real quick.
appreciate you. I appreciate you. And
No
Pam, you
problem.
mentioned the doctor had a question.
No, the doctor said good evening. That's all the
Oh,
doctor
good
said.
And good
evening. Good
evening to
evening.
everyone else over there as well. And it's nice meeting you all.
You too. Take
Yes.
care.
I'm
Take
still
care of
in
yourself.
here. I'm gonna just be on mute.
That's fine. Take care of
All right.
yourself.
Okay.
No problem. Thank you.
Uh-huh. So with that being said, everybody, oh my goodness, we had a packed show. I knew it was impactful and I wanted it to be empowering, and it was as we had done it. So with that being said, Deshawn, would you like to leave everybody with a closing word?
Oh man, yes. Just understand that, you know, um, man, you know, understand the value of who you are. Understand the value. And we're not just going to talk about just doing
Mm-hmm.
this role, but as women, understand your value, your worth, and it's never too late.
Ooh, that was good. That was good.
It's never too late.
And I need for everyone to understand, and she's right. It's not too late until God tells you it's
I
over.
have a saying, and
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
one of my favorite sayings.
Okay.
Nobody or nothing can take you higher than yourself.
Ooh, that's
Mm,
good. Ooh,
that's
okay.
right. That's
And
right.
it's something that I came up with myself. It's on my
That's
website. It's something that I actually empower because I done been through a lot as a young
mhm,
lady. I'm 26.
Mm-hmm.
So I done been
mhm,
through a lot. But in order for me to go higher, I have to make sure I keep pushing. No matter how depressed or sad I get, that can't control me. Those are just labels. And we going to make it
mm,
through regardless.
That's
That's
right.
powerful.
That's
That's
right.
powerful. Well, everyone, this was as I knew it would be,
Thank you.
an amazing, moving show. I'm glad we got. I look. This is the first one for 2026, second year. So I'm glad I get to spend it with you two. And this was so impactful. But
And
everybody,
thank you. And thank you. I just have to say again, there's not enough thank yous to say thank you for seeing us and allowing for us to be on the platform. Is so much appreciated. And thank you for the support that you've been with us for a long time, and I
thank you
thank
so much.
you for
Yeah.
that dedication. And it doesn't it's not it is so much value. Like I could just say thank you.
Oh, thank you. Well, everybody, this is the end of the show for this month. What did you think? I thought this was so
I thought it was
cool.
great.
I did. Me too. So
You, I
I
thought it was
can't
great.
wait.
I feel empowered.
Me too. And you
I
know what? I
do.
can't wait to hear what we're going to talk about in February, you guys. It is going to be so amazing.
It'll be other guests. It'll
Yeah,
be other guests.
definitely will
Most
be other
definitely,
things.
it'll be other
But
guests.
you know
Yeah.
what? It'll be fun like we had today, but empowering, inspiring, and
Yes.
get you moving, and knowing that, like they said, ladies, it's not over. Get up and get moving, and it's never too
Absolutely, it
late.
isn't.
Well, everybody, I guess I'll go ahead, close out the show. You guys all have been amazing. Take care of yourself and know that your life matters. Until next month, Table Talk is over. Bye, everybody.